Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are so excited for you to be here with us. I'm sorry in advance if my image is slightly bugging. It seems that we're still under this Mercury retrograde effect. And of course, we are November 25th. This year, Mercury retrograde, not this year, but this week, Mercury retrograde is turning direct. Hopefully. Sophie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, thank you. So you have your image that is frozen at times. I will have construction behind me. It's Mercury retrograde. We're good. So
I still have some updates I think that I need to do on my computer, maybe also on my internet. So I'll do that after the show. I apologize in advance. I'm pretty sure you guys also have maybe minor annoyances of life happening or that happened in the past weeks. But hang in there. We're going towards like the very end of this Mercury retrograde. On the 29th, it's going to go direct. And also we have Saturn moving direct this week. So a big shift of energy I think we're going to be feeling. And before we talk about what's going on in the world and the amazing questions that you guys have for us and for Sophie, do make sure that you're subscribed here on our channel on YouTube. And thank you for all the lovely people who are supporting the channel by being subscribed and by liking the videos, commenting. And also, of course, we are here on our Rumble channel as well. Okay, and I think we're ready to go. Sophie, do you have anything else to say before we get started?
Just Mercury retrograde. I think that my understanding about it is that it's stronger in the beginning when it starts to retrograde and at the end of it. So am I right?
Yeah, totally right.
So if you guys have any difficulties with schedules, communication, people coming back around, this is all normal and it's going to slowly go away as we move out of it.
Yes, because whenever like we're starting the retrograde and we're ending the retrograde, the planet appears from our perspective here on Earth not to move in the sky. So we're saying like it's stationary. And whenever it's stationary, it's because also it's closer to Earth. So we're feeling the effect of that stationing. And it's like the energy of that Mercury retrograde is getting emphasized. So let's start there. Let's talk about that Mercury retrograde. Okay. So yes, Mercury will be turning direct on the 29th. So this weekend. Yay. Can we ask the card, Sophie, what will be the effect of this Mercury going direct on our personal lives? And maybe second question we can also ask on the collective. But let's start with what will be the effect of Mercury moving direct in our personal lives?
Okay. We have manipulation as the very first card, the Wizard of Oz, we have Muse, and we have being accountable and unconditional, and we have the Justice. So a lot of accountable, a lot of restoration of karma, balance, what is yours, what is mine. So looking at those cards, we have manifestation, we have Wizard of Oz, we have Muse, accountable, unconditional, and the Justice, which is very similar here. So this is also being influenced by the fact that we are in a year 9, because we are seeing a lot of justice, karma kind of topic, and we're seeing cords being removed. So I do believe that right now it's a big push. It's answering your question, but it's also revisiting it while it's Mercury retrograde. While it's Mercury retrograde, you're going to really see a lot of karma being lifted, ended, and just things from the past that are coming back around so that you are able to see it in a new light, taking your part of responsibility and releasing the rest for the other persons to take on their shoulder. And after this retrograde, it is this energy of just unconditional. It is this energy of just acceptance of what you have been successfully working on, what you still have to work on. So when Mercury is going to go direct, there is this calming down of this intense karma being brought back to you, and just this calming down of, okay, that was a test. It's like an exam session, and coming out of it, it's asking you to just accept what you have and haven't fully done. Accept where you're at, what you have been choosing to do, and just making peace with where you're at in life.
Interesting. And also, I think the cards and yourself, you're picking up also on the Saturn retrograde.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about a lot of karma with the year 9. But I think it's part of this week because on November 27th, so 2 days before Mercury goes direct, we have also Saturn moving direct. And Saturn right now is in the sign of Pisces, finishing its transit of the sign of Pisces. And both together talk about karma, past karma, revisiting the past. Finally, like putting our foot on the ground and saying, like, that's enough. Like, I'm not willing to loop again in those same patterns. And that goes also for the collective as well. So we're doing a lot of cleansing of past timelines, anything that happened, for example, in Atlantis that we're revisiting now with AI. Like, we're sweeping a lot and cleansing a lot of past karma. So I'd like to ask the second question more specifically about that Saturn, which is turning direct on November 27th, so on Thursday this week, in a sign of Pisces. And this is the last few months. So from November 27th until February 13 of next year, this is the very last days that Saturn will move through the sign of Pisces and finish this big sweeping of the past. So I'd like to ask the cards, like, what will be and what is the spiritual purpose of Saturn finishing its transit of Pisces before it moves into the sign of Aries in February of next year?
Yeah, and I'm sorry you're going to have to repeat that question just because I want to add something personal to it, because I'm amazed every time at the astrology how it works so wonderfully with what we're going through. So last night I had a dream where in my dream I was meeting everybody that I still have unfinished business with, and I dealt with it to close and to say goodbye and to give them their part. And Pisces is dreams and Saturn is this karma. So I don't know, you guys, if you had something similar, but if you had something similar, would love to hear about it in the comments. But I went through this as I was sleeping, and I was half awake at some point, and just continuing that process, and also starting to have a more routine in when I'm going to bed, how long, Saturn structure. Yeah. So, and I hear that in my one-on-one sessions, people are trying to have a better sleep routine these days. So very interesting. I would love to hear about this from you guys.
And especially this week, since Saturn is moving direct, like getting back to that routine, getting back to like discipline, to have like a healthy boundaries and a healthy routine, generally speaking. So, okay, let's go back to that question. So what is the spiritual purpose of Saturn finishing its transit of Pisces before it moves into Aries? What is the spiritual purpose of that Saturn finishing this transit of Pisces?
Revealing who is not authentic, who is not right, who is not in their in their authenticity. I'm going to show you the card. So we have the mask. We can see here who is not authentic, who has. Sometimes it's an authentic thing. Sometimes it's in one aspect only. Maybe they're not having
integrity also. I'm sorry.
Yeah, integrity, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, integrity, the right intentions. Sometimes it's just in one aspect. Sometimes it's just their whole personality. But to reveal that kind of things, here we have gutsy, fearless. So what are they really wanting to get, and what are they willing to do to get it? So their true face. We have throat chakra. So this is to help you catch them in the light, to help you also investigate reveal some truth, but also to help you to speak up and to say, this is not for me. We have backstabbers. So that's a big energy of just who is not there for the right reasons. And finally, we have the searcher. So really helping you to investigate and to reveal truth about the people around you, but also maybe in politics or in the world in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say also whatever happens on a personal level also happens in the collective. So as we're filtering through, like who's aligned, who has like genuine intention in our let's say direct environment, it's also happening on a collective level. Like we're seeing politicians, we're seeing public figures in general, authority figures, governments being exposed for who they truly are. So and that goes, and even I think, and can we ask also like a supplemental question? Because a lot of people in the spiritual community think that they already know everything that there is to know.
Mm-hmm.
So for those people who already had like, let's say, an awakening spiritually, but also politically, like they're more able to see like the lies in the world, are they going also to learn something new about the world? Like, is there going to be a second awakening for those people? Like, are we going to keep on learning and keep on being surprised, let's say, with things happening?
Yeah, and we can be surprised about Truther themselves. We can be surprised. You always have to keep, that's what we're trying to do here on this channel, is always to question everything and not to start with preconceived notion, because we never know. And I see so many comments sometimes with really good intentions of saying, well, that Truther said that, wanting to complement what we said, but we come from the point of view of the cards or the astrologies will guide us on what we need to know, and we need to always reassess what is really our truth, and you never know. So let's see.
Yeah, we're starting with the idea that we don't know. So we're trying at least to keep an open mind to being surprised every time.
Absolutely. So through your question, absolutely. So we start with the card of the kid and we continue with the card of Peter Pan.
So we still have a lot to learn.
And that's the energy of Gemini, the student. We have to stay in our curiosity. We have to, if you stop questioning because you trust one person, even if it's me, always question, always be curious. Okay. So if you stop questioning because you trust a person, if you stop questioning because you believe that you know everything about a topic, that's when it's dangerous, because that's when you're close up to new guidance from the universe, or when you're close up to new evidence that could be coming in. So a truther is there for the truth, but it means curiosity. Is there going to be a second awakening? Absolutely. We have the card of fake and we have cycle completion, and with the big purge of the fire, and we have projector. It says, I will blame you when the problem is me. So people are going to try to deflect on the responsibility of giving false information. And maybe also the person receiving could be deflecting on, well, that person said that, or this person said that, or I read that somewhere. But when in fact, we really need to always stay in this energy. And it's not comfortable, because we don't like to be in this energy of not knowing or not mastering something. It's not comfortable, but that's the case for everybody. We're all in it together. And I think that that's very brave to always re-question everything and not to pretend, well, I know I'm comfortable. And yeah.
So basically, like integrating more of our inner child energy of being amazed at the world all the time, and also being in that childlike wonder, but also being able to re-question, like you said, everything, because we're here for surprises apparently until February.
Oh yeah. So there could be reveal about plenty of topics. There could be reveal about plenty of people, politics or not. We need to stay open.
Okay, I love that. Let us know what you think about that in the comments down below. And we're going to talk a little bit about politics, AI, and also health. We have a big section here and you're going to love that. So stay tuned. And right before we go, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who is supporting us. And I know this is, we're having the American Thanksgiving this week. So I just want to express how grateful we are for all of you. And we're having a little Black Friday sale also in honor of you guys. So this is a very popular product here on the website on Maison Jupiter. This is a personalized birth chart. And this is the time of the year where it's going to be discounted at its maximum. So this is only until this Sunday. So for a week only, 25% off on the personalized birth chart. So this is a digital art print in the color of your choice, which is very unique. So this is your own unique blueprint, which is your birth chart when you were born. And this birth chart will be accompanying you all your life, basically. So you're going to be able to look at it. And if you'd like to frame it, like I did here on the picture, you can do so for sure. This is an amazing art print to keep and also to refer to when we have those shows. And you can look at your birth chart to see whatever alignment, what is it activating for you for your own blueprint. And it also comes with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining all of your alignments and important placements. So this is a great way also to start your astrology journey. And also it makes great gifts for the holidays or for birthdays. So the link will be down below here. And don't forget the code is Black Friday and until this weekend only. All right, so now let's jump into AI and technology just for one question, because I know a lot of you are like, yeah, we know. We're aware. So we have a video here, and this is a lady talking about how Gmail accounts, there has been a big change apparently, and I think you're aware of it, Sophie.
I just read the title, but I'm not fully aware, so that will be perfect.
Okay. So apparently there has been like a big change with Gmail mailboxes or email accounts that now are being scanned. So everything is being scanned. So let's listen to the video, and then I have a couple of questions. So how we can protect ourselves and all that stuff. So let's listen.
If you have a Gmail account, you're going to want to listen up. Apparently, Google has allowed AI to scan your emails, all of the information, every single email, every word, and every attachment. Doesn't matter if it's financial documents, taxes, whatever personal information, it is being scanned by AI under your Gmail account. So if you have Gmail accounts, I want you to go through and do this right now. You're going to want to go in and click this little gear in your inbox under settings, then click see all settings. From there, you're going to want to scroll until you see Smart Features and Google Workspace Smart Features. This is what we're focusing on. So here under Smart Features, you're going to want to take that and click that off. Turn off and reload. And then here under Google Workspace Smart Features, you're going to want to click that. And then make sure that both of these check marks are turned off. 1, 2, boom, and save. And there you go. You are now saved from AI scanning all of your information.
So I did that yesterday in the hope that it's going to prevent AI from accessing all of our precious information. But let's ask the cards. Is it true that Gmail accounts are now being scanned by AI? Let's start there.
Okay.
Because we never know. So is it true that Gmail accounts are now being scanned by AI? Or was it done all along? Who knows? And I let the video run for a while so you can see like what to uncheck. So you might want to refer back to it, but we're going to ask the cards also if it's going to make a difference doing that.
So we start with the dead card. So for me, that would indicate that it's new or that
there's been a change at least.
There's a major change with that. Okay. So if they did that before, it was very minimal. Okay. Because it indicates a major shift. And it comes with a red flag. It says unconventional. It says, I will help you to see things differently. So that means that somebody asked the company to give them more access to see more information. And that's part of a bigger plan. So when I see those cards, I think we all know where it's going, and it's major control.
So where is this information going? All of this data that is now being mined.
It's being sold to have full control about what is happening in the world, of the community, of everybody. So it says that there's a bigger plan that is that it's part of. Let's see. Are we going to be surprised by who is it going to be sold to? We have 4 of Pentacles. So it's going to be stored, and it's going to be kept, I would say, forever. So that there is information on everybody. And it says by the control. I will not say those words, but by control.
Okay. And is it true that by following the steps that we just saw in the video, we can prevent AI from scanning our emails with the Gmail account?
5 of Swords, the Devil, Magician, no.
Okay. Pretty clear.
Yeah. So I think that it's just done differently.
Yeah.
But it's still being done.
Okay. And what would the universe, let's say, what would the universe guide us to do if, let's say, we don't want to go forward with that total control plan regarding our emails?
Oh, and keep in mind, you may do that for your email, but the person you're sending it to or receiving from may not have done it.
True.
That may be also what we have when they are saying it's being done otherwise.
Can we ask, like, if it's that
is it being just okay? Let's say everybody does that.
Yeah.
Everybody protect themselves and check out that option. Are they still able to scan through the information? The sun, yes, Ace, and yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's not really doing anything.
No.
Yeah, and it's like the company that is selling illegally all of your data. It's like, oh, I'll protect you at the same time. So it's like, yeah, for sure, you're not going to protect me.
So the payment, how I'm seeing it, it's not like they're selling it piece by piece. Of course, they were paid before they created that.
Yeah. But also, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, yeah, but we already knew that before. Like, we already knew that, let's say, our Face ID was being used, our iMessages, or whatever. So, but apparently for Gmail, it's new.
Yeah.
So,
or to that level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would the universe say, like, if we don't want to go ahead with this path of having all of our data being mined through our emails? Like, what can we do?
5 of Wands, revolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need to have everybody in this.
So does that help if we boycott Gmail?
2 of Swords. No, because everybody is part of it.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, just change the company. But like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be effective.
Well, it says it's just a pawn in the game. So that's that everybody else is part of it too.
Okay. So it's on a way bigger scale that we need to address this. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's talk a little bit about health, because there's a lot going on, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a couple of weeks now. Let me see if I can find what I wanted to talk about here. So a lot of people have reached out to me. Oops, not the right one. About this cloned meat news. So apparently in Canada, cloned meat would enter Canadian food supply without labeling or review. So this is kind of crazy. I've received like so many articles and links from you guys, and this was like flooding my my feed on YouTube and Instagram. So I have a lot of questions there, but just before we address this, and then I saw this post recently, clone meat canceled. So I want to see with the cards, is it true? And it says here, the government of Canada has received significant input from both consumers and industry about implication of this potential policy update. The department has therefore indefinitely paused the policy update to provide time for further discussion and consideration. So let's start here. Like, is it true that it was put on pause, this whole clone meat project in Canada, at least?
Okay. So the first row is not, it could go either way. So we'll take the second one, but we have design living. So that means adjustments are needed. We have limitation with this card. We have inspiration reverse. We have ascension, so moving ahead with this project, but we have the wrong timing. So we're just going to see quickly with the second row what we have there. Is it being canceled? Okay, so we have 10 of Pentacles. Too much money was involved. 7 of Swords. They're just going to do it anyway. The Star, Ascension.
A matter of timing, I guess, like with the divine timing card you had.
It's a matter of timing for the announcement, I think. Timing.
They're like trying to gauge like when there's not going to be that much pushback, I guess.
Well, we have the Devil and the Tower when I ask about the timing. So yeah, I think that it was done too quickly before they could do PR about it.
Wow, crazy. Okay, so it's paused but not canceled.
It's not canceled. They're going to do it. We have Temperance. They're just pause. Let me see. We have 10 of Swords, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. I think they're going to start with one area only, just to test it. And they're going to also work on other ways to introduce what they're trying to do. So there's a goal. So maybe we can ask about that goal, because there's a goal and what they're trying to achieve, and they're going to achieve it one way or another.
Yeah.
So it may not be through the clone meat that they're doing it, but they're going to do their agenda anyway.
Okay, let's ask what's the goal? What's the agenda behind this clone meat project?
4 of Cups, depleting us from vitamins. 6 of Swords. I just want to show you those pictures. It's a new deck, and I never saw those pictures, but so there's the two side of the card, but the one that I have is broken with the 4 of Cups. Then we have the 6 of Swords. It's broken also, and nobody is in the boat like normally it is for the 6 of Swords. Mm-hmm. And here we have, this is the 10 of Wands. So it seems like we're depleting of our vitamins and energy.
Well, that would make sense. And I don't know, maybe I'm going to say something dumb, so let me know in the comments what you think. But I'm thinking like those animals are eating, let's say, grass or let's say vegetables. So they're, I guess, absorbing vitamins, nutrients that are from nature, like in the best cases, in the best scenarios. And let's say you're buying organic meat. And if this meat is being cloned, so I guess you have like an empty shell. So you have the protein, the animal protein, but you don't have like the whole biosphere, for lack of a better word, that it's involved in, like the connection with the nature, it makes sense when you're talking about vitamins, nutrients that are not being absorbed in what you're eating. So yeah. I don't know if it's making sense.
Well, yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do with like vegetables and everything with what they're spraying on it also. It's just,
of course,
making us consume more, but less quality.
Ooh, I'm so happy right now that I'm not eating meat, but I do feel a lot for people who are. So, okay, let's go back in that clone meat vortex for a little bit. I'd like to ask the card. Oh, we kind of answered that. So my question was going to be, is there a difference when consuming clone meat compared to natural meat? You kind of said like we're depleting ourselves of vitamins. Okay, and now, like, I'd like to ask more specifically, what is the effect?
Sorry, but there's also less control, I'm assuming, on what it's being injected with.
Of course.
Yeah.
So they can, inject a lot of stuff into those cloned. I don't even know if is it an animal, is it a living, or we don't know. Okay, let's ask, like, what is the effect of consuming a cloned animal on your body?
Okay.
Body and like spiritual body. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it talks about the price. So the economy of it is phenomenal because they don't have to pay poverty. Oh my God. So they're trying to, I know it's not on the body yet, but we'll go there. But they want to talk about the financial aspect first. The fact that by cloning the meat, it's going to be very cheap for the producer of that. And there's going to be also a cartel of that. It's not going to be the farmers. It's not going to,
I was going to say it's also putting the farmers in a very poor state.
Poverty.
Wow.
So we are removing the power from the, well, it's already started with all the rules and regulation with the chemicals and everything, but we're removing the power even more from the mom and pops or the bigger even farmers enterprise to really do it control in secluded places. So what does it do to the body? So yeah, it takes more. It takes more for the body to
digest it.
It takes more to the body to digest it, yes, but it takes more to feel complete, full, to feel energized.
So you don't have like the nutrients or as much substance.
Yeah, no, you're not going to feel inspired. You're not going to feel, the inspiration is very connected here. Fertility is showing up also. We do have, you're going to see the lifespan number, the lifetime expectation is going to lower with that. It shows that it's going to also induce a lot of nightmares, a lot of lower frequency.
Wow. Okay. And you know what's crazy to me is what they're saying here without labeling, because like if you had the choice, at least it would be like a semi-conscious choice of, let's say, paying less, but also living with the consequences. But now it's like you can buy what you think is organic meat and you're getting this BS,
Well, I mean, people here on this channel knows, but the lettuce in Tennessee could be, I will be careful about my words, but using something to put a liquid into them, and that would be sold without a label also. Or we have the A-peel, we have the spray in supermarkets on the organic fruit and vegetable that is chemicals.
Wow. And here they're saying like they're going to start with beef and pork from cloned animals. Okay. Yeah. So would we, let's say as Canadians, would we be better off by not eating at all beef and pork for our general health? Let's just ask.
The problem is that they already started to put things that makes the meat more addictive to prevent that from happening.
Oh.
So that's the problem, because through those cards, I can show it, but I don't think you would see it necessarily. Through those cards, it shows that they already started to put it in to be alluring, to be addictive, so that people would not decide, hey, there's a risk, I will stop.
Oof, okay. Now we're going to talk a little bit about This other topic that I had, thank you, Tim, for sending that over.
Sorry, I just realized I didn't answer your question, but he says yes, you could go without.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I guess it's just gonna be more difficult since like this process of like getting us addicted.
Yeah. So if you had to stop sugar, coffee, or cigarette in your life, it's going to be the same.
Wow. Okay. And I do eat fish personally. I do eat seafood, so I don't think it's that much better, but like I just don't want to take that risk personally, and it's a personal choice, of course. Okay, so let's go to the other side of this, let's say, conspiracy. I don't know if we can call that a conspiracy since it's true. So thank you, Tim, for sending that over. So we're talking about Beyond Meat, which was like a big thing whenever it got launched. Everybody was turning to those vegan patties to replace like hamburgers, and it was also used in several fast food chains. And I believe the only one that still has Beyond Meat is Harvey's, if I'm not mistaken. And two of them dropped it. But here it says on this article that Beyond Meat plant-based promise once worth $8 billion company, now nearly worthless and losing $1 million a day. So, okay, I'd like to ask some questions there. And Tim is also wanted to know, what's the real reason behind the financial losses of Beyond Meat? Is it planned with all this clone meat stuff? You know, like what's the real deal? Because that's a weird timing for the meat sector to be hijacked, but also at the same time, the vegan meat being also having problems.
Oh my God, that's so strange. I will make you hungry for more. That's interesting card to have.
Okay, since we're talking about that.
Yeah. Okay. I think I will use your brain while I will take the second row because so far I need the second row. And personal, the moon reverse with emotion, intuition, and fantasy. We have here paid in full reverse. So paid in full reverse could indicate debts. Could indicate that just bad financial deals in the background. That part may not have
okay, that as the DEBT.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't say that correctly. Receptivity, piano, and we have I will make you hungry for more.
There's a lot there. So I think there's like many components to Beyond Meat's financial losses. First of all, I don't think it's good for health, and I'd like to maybe ask what you think about that. I don't think it's a really good alternative. I think it's also like they're presenting like two alternatives. Either you eat real meat or fake meat, but both of them are like not so good for health. Like this is kind of what I'm getting. And there's another factor which seems to be like bad administration, bad management. What do you think?
I think they had a lot of lawsuits. From what I can tell with the second row, we have this little justice card. I think they could have lawsuits in the back with maybe health repercussion because it's on top of the card of the heart. So sometimes it could mean that they had people either having big consequences, big reactions, diseases that come from that.
And I heard also that there was a lot of people saying that there was like actual meat found in those Beyond Meat. So I don't know if it's true, but also I heard that the fat level of those Beyond Meat patties were like off the charts, like way more than regular meat. So it makes sense with the heart issues if people were consuming that on a regular basis, let's say.
Yeah. I do see really bad investment and very, very bad dealing with resources. It's really not good. So we can look into maybe what does it do for the health?
Yeah, sure. And also I'd like to ask afterwards if this whole meltdown of the Beyond Meat industry, is it planned at this time to kind of make people think that the only other option is to eat real meat and then go into the potentially clone meat vortex. But let's go for you wanted to ask for the health repercussion?
The health aspect of Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
It says change. That's interesting. That means that the component the value has fallen drastically. Oh, and there's an ending coming to it. Okay. So it's
they changed the ingredients over time. Is that what
yeah. They changed the value that it had. So in the beginning could be really better than it is right now. Over time, the quality has just really diminished, and we see it with change with the fall. So the fall, not the season, but really going down on the quality. We have begging. So that's the financial aspect that we're starting to see. Okay, well, we have to do some getting the money back, and we're going to just remove the cost of it, changing the ingredient, and we're having an ending to this company that is coming. We do have a hunting. That means this company is going to be bought by another company.
Yeah, and we see that often, that let's say a product gets the hype of everybody, and we're like, oh wow, that's the new thing, and then a bigger company buys it, and then they change the whole thing to make it more lucrative. So that happens all the time. So I'm not really surprised, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
And can we just ask finally, like, is there, let's say, was this timing planned of the demise of Beyond Meat in order to make people believe that eating real meat is the only other option?
Okay. The cards are going crazy on this one. Yeah. Discount for hire. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the 8 of Sword energy. So to trap people. Yes, absolutely. Touch of evil. Absolutely.
Okay, so here, I'm pretty sure you guys know, but there are other options. And we can definitely cook from scratch and buy organic vegetables. And I know it's pricey at this time, but it's worth the investment also to try cooking from scratch and not buying processed products, because either with meat or without meat, usually transformed products are getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything also, but if you have the chance of having a garden, I think that's the time.
Yeah. Really. Okay. Thank you for that, Sophie. Let us know what you think in the comments. And I don't want to start like an argument about eating meat, not eating meat. That's okay. Everybody's here on their own journey, and we all have also different constitutions with our body needs and blood groups. What is it? Blood types. Thank you.
Yep.
So I'm aware of all of that, and it's just you do what feels the best for your own body. Here, I have a video, and let's see if I'm going to be able to show you guys what I want to talk about. So this is about the conspiracy about aloe vera. I know in English they don't pronounce the E. Aloe vera. So it's very timely because let's see here if I can show you the text. So it says here, back in the 80s and early in the 90s, researchers started uncovering something remarkable inside the aloe vera plant, a sugar molecule called acemanan. Wasn't just something soothing burns or helping skin heal faster. It was communicating with the immune system. In lab tests and hospital settings, doctors noticed that aloe's compounds could help white blood cells wake up and respond more efficiently without overstimulations. So here they're talking about a lot of other uses than just like skin health and hair health than we think about when we hear about aloe vera. And it's super interesting because whenever I go to Dominican Republic, I see that they're selling, and probably also from where you are in the US, Sophie, because you're more in the South, they sell those aloe vera plant, how can we say, not strips, but you know what I mean, like branches.
Yeah, I don't think it's branch, but
yeah, let's go for branch. And I was always wondering, like, what the hell are they doing with that? Like, what are they cooking? And it seems to be like a regular product that they're using. So last time I went, I was like, let's try it. And I saw a video on Instagram, a girl talking about how you can remove like the little product, the little yellow liquid that goes out whenever you cut the aloe vera, which is not good. This is poison. So you remove it, you let it sit for like 30 minutes, and then you take all the white juicy stuff, and then you can put it in your smoothie, and it's apparently super good. So I tried that all week. I felt really good. And I'd like to ask the cards a little question here. So is it true, first of all, that aloe vera can improve immune markers significantly?
Okay. Yes, but it has consequences on your health. So it's a yes and a no. Balance is very important on this.
Okay.
Yeah, too much is not going to be good at all. Let me see the second row. Is it with your kidneys? It seems to be targeting the kidneys.
Okay, interesting.
So if
like I'm sorry, we already pulled about other, let's say, cacao, other substances, natural substances or products that really help. But also you picked up like similar things that it was like a hardcore type of medicine, for lack of a better term. You said like it's super good, but also you have to be careful because it's almost like a violent type of healing. So is it the case, you think, with aloe vera?
I think it is. So what is happening in this culture is that we tend to go on a hype on one product, and we think that it's a super good thing, and we put it in everything thinking that it's good, when in fact everything is medicine.
Yeah.
And we really have to adjust to our needs, to our blood type, to whatever is the season. Also, we have to be mindful of the season for every product. So where you're at in the world is very important for the season, what your body need at that time. And I think that it's a danger when you go in a hype on saying this is a super good
this is the solution to all problems in the world.
Yeah. So everything, again, is a medication. And really important that you muscle test, if you can, what you are eating or drinking, and that you're asking yourself, do I have this intuition that it's good for me? And how does my body react? Normally for me, I don't know for you, Julie, but I go with my cravings. I usually have strong cravings for food, and I just go with the cravings, and then I adjust when I don't want that.
Yeah, and especially I've tried to find like the higher frequency of that craving. Let's say if it's sugar, I'll go for fruits or smoothies or honey, which is great, and not for like processed chocolate for me, for example. Yeah, that's a good one. But like on the good side, though, can we know like what's the good
side? Yep.
Yeah. Health.
I think that the good side of the aloe vera is when we see one where we have the little plant right there. I think that it makes your body more resilient to any viruses, to any problem. So boosts your immune system, I think. And it also seems to awaken your connection to your ancestor. I know it's weird, but that's what I have in the cards. Yeah. So what we see here is an awakening of your either dormant DNA or your ancestor, which we can argue it's possibly the same. And it seems to help you to glow more also. But again, you have to really see with yourself what your body needs at that moment, and not go on 30 years of eating the same thing every day.
Once in a while. So as you said, like be mindful about what your body is needing at the time and what's the season.
Yeah.
And what is it detoxing at the time? Thank you. That's great advice. Okay, let's talk a little bit about politics. And I'd like to start here. So there's a video that Marjorie Taylor Greene produced recently, and she's talking about how she will be retiring from Congress on January 5th. And apparently, so this is not in this video, but apparently, and this is coming from Tim, so thank you, Tim. Apparently, she said there is no plan to save the world or 4D chess being played. So this is what she says here. And apparently she's at odds with the current administration and the way that they're moving forward, I guess. So I'd like to ask the cards. And also we have another question or comment from Vicky on the community. She's asking, I'm assuming this is a planned fight between Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene. What is the goal behind it? So where do we start here? Yeah, can we ask, like, what's the real reason why she's leaving Congress? Let's start there.
And we seem to see also a true evolution in the free will of the current administration, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's see what we have there. What is her true intent by giving that speech?
Is she being hijacked? Is she just being true to herself? Like, what's going on? Oh.
Yeah, but that can still represent an eye for an eye. Okay, so I will take more cards, but so far it seems to be the truth, but it could still be the energy of an eye for an eye, so I will take more cards just to make sure. I will push you to try harder. So we have here the competition, and we have the hangman, and we have business. And the last card is wealthy man. So we know who that is. Okay, I'm going to take the second room. That's where we're going to really have clarity on those cards of justice and the rest of it. What is her true intent by giving that information out to the public? What is her true intent? 10 of Pentacles with the card of justice. The strength.
Another justice.
Yeah. The star. And the Emperor. Yeah, I think she means well.
She's being true to herself, at least, because justice is like, is a card of like inner truth.
Yeah. Taking more cards just to see if there's anything that we should know. She puts herself in danger saying that. Is she walking away, you said?
Yeah, she's retiring from Congress.
Yeah. So
because she was criticizing Trump on her social media recently, and then they got into a little online fight, and then she announced her retirement. But that's not from now; it's only for January 5th.
I think that's to push him. I'm not saying it's going to be successful. I'm just saying that the reasoning why she chose to do that this way is to push him to do his best and to try harder, as the cards are saying.
She's aware of corruption, and she's no longer willing to go by it. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can see it with the card of finance and this card underneath. We can see that there was a plan to do better, and that we had the hangman and the slowest card of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles, with this. So it means that the plan was not achieved or was delayed, or
she was disappointed by it.
Yeah, absolutely, like disillusion. So we can see that it's extremely clear who we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I think that she means well, and she means the truth. Is she 100% in the truth? We can never know. That's her perspective.
With politics, I think it's impossible, honestly.
But what I mean is that I think she was truthful to what she knows.
Yeah.
But we don't know if she had access to every information. But from what she knows, that's her truth.
And can we ask, like, how does she view Trump?
Yeah.
What are her current thoughts on Trump? Like, does she think he's a good person? Does she think he's a good leader? Does she think he's truthful and in integrity?
No. I'm going to show you the cards. We have a bunch of oracle card, but I feel those cards are talking more loud. We have the Queen of Swords, so talking about speaking your truth, right? But saying one thing and then in the background doing another, for ego, for success, for admiration, for visibility, but fighting between that Jekyll and Hyde.
And yeah, and I guess I don't want to excuse Trump by any means, but I know like when you're part of politics, you cannot be 100% in integrity. I think the way that the system is set up right now, I don't think it's possible. So I think you have to, let's say, get some, lose some. So he's probably, and you got cards before that, he's playing the long game, and for some things he's willing to you know ally with people that are not 100% in their integrity, just because he's seeing like a longer plan ahead. So that doesn't mean that he's a bad person or he has bad plans, but it just means that sometimes he's not doing things that he believes in, which I think is kind of normal in the political system that we're in.
In the same time, he sold us the opposite. He sold us the vision where he would not play the political game. He sold us where he will be blunt and where he will just align with what he wants to do without caring about the opinion of others. Yep. So I think we're seeing that being not aligned with what we have right now.
Yeah,
according to her, at least.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I'm curious to know, like, what would be the repercussion of that announcement being made while Mercury is retrograde, while Saturn also, which represents government and authorities, is retrograde? Will there be a change whenever Mercury and Saturn go direct?
No, she will be absolutely put through she will have consequences. I don't know for him, but for her, she will have consequences. So she will be pushed far away, never return. Yeah. So her career is done, and possibly doors of investment or communities or whatever she wanted to still be part of by getting out of that is going to be closed for her. Is there any changes that are going to be happening with government with this? Despair, awakening, winter, which is frozen in time, and guardian. So with this, again, it's to shake. Are you going to go with your free will for doing the best or not? So there is going to be another kind of door of what is your choice here? Are you going to adjust? Are you going to do?
You mean for Trump?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, and we don't have the answer, right? So it's going to be his free will. Is that what
it's going to be his free will. Let's see what path is the most likely at the moment, though.
So he's at a crossroad, and it's interesting because we have a full moon in Gemini coming up on the 4th of December, and it's making a grand cross with the nodes. And I was preparing my material for that, and I was saying like major choices and decisions regarding your own free will. And he's a Gemini.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's going to be pivotal in terms of like what he decides, where he decides to go, what path he decides to go on.
I don't think it's so far the most likely path is not going to be the right one. Okay, we have continuing to do things the way he is already doing it. Submissive. So submissive is losing a little bit of your inner value for having something in exchange. We have fresh start reverse, so that means no big change. We have the lies here. And some will argue, I'm sure, here saying it's a clone, it's not the real one. You can absolutely say that if this resonates with you, it doesn't with me, but you can absolutely, you go with what resonates for you. I know that other truthers are talking about this a lot. I know that it's the case for many people, high places. I just think that we're talking about really the person that has a soul mission and a soul choice in this. And we have the crumbling down slowly. And here we have the observer, which is very passive And with the Titanic, the fresh start reverse, I'm seeing the end of his life also coming to, maybe not right now, but I'm seeing that this is going to make it sooner rather than later because there is no choosing the right path.
Okay, and I know it's gonna upset a lot of people, I'm sure, but you're just reading the cards, and we all have free will.
Yeah.
We all have like a personal self-growth purpose with our current soul incarnation. So although there is like, let's say, a high frequency plan for us, there is also a lower one, and we get to choose. This is why Earth is such a popular place to incarnate on. Okay, and lastly, before I just wanted to ask a last question, but lastly, on this theme, I don't want to forget Vicky's question. So is it a planned fight between Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene, or is it happening for real?
We have Metamorphosis, Shadow Side, and the card of Summer, which is the big wave, which is purification and cleansing. So I would say it's a real one, especially with Metamorphosis, Shadow Side, where we're revealing things in order to force things to change or push them to change.
Okay. Thank you, Sophie, for bringing in, I guess, your truth and our truth. And we invite you also to pull cards on your own and to use your intuition, of course. Okay, last question I'd like to dive in, because I wanted to talk about this one last week, but for some very strange reason, I couldn't find the video. I was typing in the link, it wouldn't appear, and now I found it back. So it's about how people are being scanned at airports and especially star season. I'd like us to listen to that video, and then I'll ask some questions.
Or I physically arrive somewhere, I set up my frequency. So whenever the plane lands, I don't interact with the mass consciousness. I only interact with what is in alignment with my journey and the purpose. 2 days ago, when I was arriving, I could see how in the airport there was a special corridor for consciousness of star beings and star seeds. So whenever someone is landing, there are quantum technologies that are scanning us. And depending on the level of awareness and how much we are integrated within our system, we kind of being referred to specific scenarios.
So people are being scanned at the airports?
Absolutely.
And if you are a certain consciousness level, do they mark that down somewhere?
Yes. They are checking what intentions and what type of frequency you represent. And if it is interfering with the scenario or agenda, you can be delayed or you can be made wait to lower your frequency down. And when your frequency is low enough, you're good to go.
How do they lower your frequency without you knowing?
Asking you questions, taking their time to really hold you, and then they let you go once you feel drained and tired. It's always been this way, and it's been set up by extraterrestrial beings, because what humanity is experiencing here on Earth is channeled. Of ourselves, we barely do anything unless we are aware of who we are.
Okay. Is it true? Let's dive there. Is it true that airports are scanning our frequency and our consciousness level?
I think there's a part of truth and there's a part that is exaggerated. We can see that there's a part of it that is fear. So I'm saying that the video, there's a part of it that is true, and we'll go with a second row.
You mean fear being spread from the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, second row, just to be clear on what is true and what is not. Okay. Yeah, cards on the floor. Ace of Cup, 10 of Sword. That's very interesting.
So at least there's a little bit of truth, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's a part of truth. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see what cards we have on the floor.
When I saw this video disappear, I was like, no, I have to go get it. Get it back.
Yeah. So they want to instigate fear of travel. So it's part of it.
With the video.
Yeah. We have fear and we have movement, travel. Okay. So this is part of it. So we're going to just put that aside. It says burden and to stay home. So we're going to just leave that aside. They just really want people to stop traveling and just stay home. So we know that, okay? And again, when you're considering your options, am I going to travel or not, to just have more pressure on your shoulders with those things. Okay.
Yep.
Next, being scanned. Well, I think there's the electronic is failing a little bit more when your vibration is high, and that's how they know. I don't think it's fully like scanning yet. It could be in the future. I don't doubt it at all. But I think it's more that there is a failing of the electronic. And because of it, they're going to be able to target more of the person that is high vibration. And I hear that a lot. I think that happens a lot to you, Julie, when you travel.
Almost every time I get like the manual search with my luggage every time I go to every time I come back from Dominican Republic. So my frequency is like higher. I've connected with nature. I danced with my friends and stuff. And now, and one time out of two, I get searched.
Yeah. And I hear that a lot, people around me. The thing that I found that really works well, we have a friend that is the Reiki master. When she travels, she puts this cloak of invisibility, just with energies, with this intention of not being seen by the wrong people, wrong intentions. So with that, it goes easy. But if you're not taking that moment to really anchor yourself, people who have high vibration, who are powerful, electronic will fail often around. I never have Wi-Fi that works wherever I am at. I never have like cell phone that works anywhere in my life in the past 10 to 15 years, always places where my phone doesn't work, my Wi-Fi has trouble. And that's what we see here, is really the electronic is failing at the airport too. And that's how they really can tell, oh, I need to do that too. I need to search, there's something wrong in the machine.
And are they keeping tabs on like who has a high frequency, who's a star seed? Like, is there some kind of, I don't know, registry?
Not yet. We have the sun reverse, so not yet.
Not yet. They're not there yet. They have other priorities. Okay.
Yeah.
Woof, that is certainly fascinating. Let us know what you think. And just before we end, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our schedule for the week, and also this amazing promo. So Sophie still has a couple of spots if you'd like to have a 1 hour live appointment. Is that right, Sophie?
Yes, I just opened a 1 day this morning. So if you haven't had a chance and you're looking at my schedule and it's full, I just opened 1 day. So a few spots, yes. And there's always a 30 minutes per record. So right now it's at 1 or 2 weeks waiting. And so that's the top 2 weeks. And you get your question answers. Right now, a lot of people are asking me for the medical intuitive. If you want to have that, you can just write medical intuitive and you receive an email for this one. If you want tarot, you receive a video with your answer to your questions.
And Sophie, she's talking about the 30 minutes per recorded. So if you'd like a medical intuitive, you can just put that, and she's going to scan what's happening in your body and send you an email with what she sees, what she worked on. Also, people also ask a lot about cutting cords with several, let's say, karmic partners, but also situations. So if you'd like to be done, you can do it through the 30-minute. Or also the 1 hour is another possibility. So let us know. The links are in the comments below, in the description box below, rather. And don't forget Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off. And also I want to say that we're going to be launching in the next 2 weeks, the 2026 predictions, which is a very, very popular recording. So just keep that in mind. There's going to be a special discount launch promo. So in the next 2 weeks. What else? Oh yeah, schedule. So we're back to our regular schedule. Yay. And also tomorrow we're going to be doing the December predictions for all 12 zodiac signs. And so stay tuned for that one. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to go through astrology and tarot for all of your 12 zodiac signs. And you can, of course, listen to your sun, moon, and rising. And I think December is going to be a beautiful month overall. So very much looking forward. And it is Sagittarius season. We can feel like the change of energy, a lot more positive and optimistic. So I'm very much looking forward to December. And of course, we have the pick a card with Sophie on Thursday. So thank you, Sophie, for answering all of our questions. You're amazing. Thank you, everybody, for watching us so far. Do make sure you like the video. It really helps us into creating some more content and growing this channel. And thank you. If you know, also, if you'd like to add your questions, do that on the community section. This is a free community to join, and you can put all of your required question. And we're going to pick some in our next show. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.